Hi, I'm Connie, group fitness instructor with the Wenatchee Racquet Athletic Club, doing another at-home workout, and today is more core. So we'll be working the abdominals, the core area of the body, plus some shoulder, plus some hip, legs, arms, the whole body. We're just going to use our body weight and gravity, no tools today except a mat. I'm going to start with a little warm-up. Feet are a little wide. Quite a bit wide, actually. Widen them out, turn the toes out a little, and let's bend and straighten. And keep those toes and knees at the same angle, so they're tracking together. Start to warm up the legs, warm up the hip joints. You're going to start pulling the navel back toward the spine. That's the act of doing that always engages those core muscles. Okay, arms are up. We're going to start reaching over. Now when you come back to center, you're pushing through that heel so that it starts to really activate and use the proper leg muscles. Reach, reach. 4, 3, 2. We want to keep our feet wide, toes turned out. Let's come into a plie squat and an arm circle. Other arm. Up and around. Start really reaching out through the fingertips. Keep those muscles long. So we're still warming up the legs. Now we're getting our upper body involved, our shoulders, our back, our chest, our arms. Pushing up through, pushing down through the heels as we come up. One more time. Going to come in a little bit closer. Let's come up into a V. Pull those arms back. Reach up through the fingertips. Come on down into a squat. Palms forward. Let's do a upside down V. Up. Pull. Down and pull. Up. Let's get those arms back. Try to get them beside the ears. Really reach up, lengthening all those muscles. One more time. Lengthening the spine too. And up. And we're just going to reach across. Pivot on the toe. Loosening up the spine. Stretching in the back and the shoulder blade area. And let's finish overhead like we did when we started. Up and over. This time it's just a little reach. Tapping the toes. In 4, 3, 2. All right, that's enough to get the muscles moving, the abdominals engaged. Exhale down. Inhale. Now let's clasp those, lace those fingers together and come out in front. Let's push forward. Rounding the back, letting that spine stretch, and then up and pull back. Open up the chest, forward, and back. One more time, forward, and back. We're going to make our way to the end of the mat. We'll be doing some inchworms down. That fully engages all of our core muscles. It also gets a good stretch in the back of the legs if you can leave your legs pretty straight. We're can start engaging the shoulders and the upper body. When we get down there to a plank position, a high plank, arms straight, we're going to be doing a kind of a downward facing dog. We'll be piking up and then coming back into our plank and inchworm back up. So it's a combination of movements. We're going to come down and walk out. Hands directly under the shoulders. You're pulling the navel up. You're lowering the hips. You're a nice plank here. Now come back. Arms between the arms. Try to get, or head between the arms. Try to get those heels down. And back to a plank. And walk it back up. Now you can bend those knees. Roll it. Roll it down. Walk it out. Plank hold. Downward dog. Plank hold. Walk back in. Now speed it up a little. Come on down. Hold the plank. Come up into a plank. Down. Walk back in. It's a great exercise for recruiting all the different parts of the body. One more time. Now hold this plank. You're going to bend a knee, bend a knee, bend a knee, bend a knee. Alternating knees. Do what you can. In 4, 3, 2. Now knees are down. Hands are directly under the arms. Or hands, yeah, under the shoulders. All right. Knees are directly under the hips. Now you're centered. Like your belly button is right here between the knees and the hands. You're going to stay centered, so we don't want to lean over. Hold that center as we straighten out one leg and point out through that toe. It needs to be up in line with the spine. Draw the navel in and circle that leg without wiggling the body. So that's the trick. Now you're pressing evenly into each hand. So lock those elbows. Lengthen the leg. Try to lock the knee. It's like you're drawing circles on the wall with your toes. Other direction. Stay centered. We're doing that by engaging that core area. So pull the navel in. Woo! In 4, 3, 2. Bring it down, let it rest a moment. And we are still in this hands and knees position. Now we're going to flex that ankle. We're going to do a 4-point lift and lower. We're going to keep the leg 90 degrees and press that heel up toward the ceiling like you're trying to touch it. And down. Whoop. Come across. Up and down. Up. Cross. Up. Down. So you're pulling the navel in. You're staying centered, so we don't want to come over with that hip. Try not to let the hips drop too much there. And cross. Press toward the ceiling and down. Up. Cross. So keep that ankle flex. You're pushing up through the heel. Down. Up. Cross. Your navel's pulled up this whole time. Up. Cross. Up. One more time. Up. Down. Woo! All right. We're going to lower down to the floor and do a little back extension, our lumbar muscles down in the lower back. We're going to be using those. We're going to engage the back of the shoulders and get a little of the rotating muscles in the torso going. Alrighty. So, fingertips lightly on the back of the head. We're going to lift those elbows. We're using the low back muscles to lift our chest. Now, if having your hands by your head is just too much, you just keep them in close, but try not to push off the floor with them. Alrighty, elbows up. Now don't lead with the back of the head. We're going to raise, rotate, down, down, up, other side. Float up, then try to lift that elbow higher. You're looking under that wing, off to the side, up, over. When you do a back extension, you're floating up, one vertebra at a time. Only do what you can here. It easily fatigues that low back. One more. Up, down, and the last one. Woo! And come on down. Now let's give the low back and the arms a break, and we're going to work our legs. They're close together to start. We're going to use our arms to help with a little bit with leverage. Now you're going to point the toes, lock the knees. So the leg is not going to bend. Nice and straight. We're working from the glutes, the hamstrings, and the low back. We're going to lift leg, open, close, and down. Up, out, in, down. Now in a little while, in a little bit, we'll actually do this again, and we will reverse the movement starting wide. This one starts narrow. Now if you cannot move both legs at the same time, if that's too much of maybe a challenge for the low back perhaps, then just do one leg at a time. Up, wide, in, down. So you're working the low back, the glutes and the hamstrings, but you're also working the adductor and abductor muscles that open and close the legs. Up, out. One more, and up, out, in, down. Let's turn to our side. We're going to be long. Then we're going to take that top leg, lock the knee. We'll be pointing as we lift up, only as high as that leg will allow. Then you flex as you come down. Now, it's not just pointing and flexing, it's reaching out through the toe, reaching, pushing out through the heel. You're going to pull the navel in. Engaging the core here will help keep you balanced. Up and down, up and down. Two more. Up, down. Now up and point and circle. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Nice long leg. Other way. 4, 3, 2, back to the point and flex. Up and down, up and down, up, down, up and point and circle. 4, 3, 2, other way. And point and flex. Up and down, up and down. Hi, puppy. Up and down. Now stay up. And last circle. These work all around the hip joint, other direction, while the lift in the lower isolates more in the side of the hip. 3, 2, and down. Alrighty. Now, going back to facing down again. We're going to do another set of our back extensions with rotations and getting back to those leg lifts again. So, fingertips lightly on the back of the head. You're going to float up as high as you can go. Rotate, center, down. Hold, rotate. Keep pulling those elbows up. Don't let them drop down. Up, rotate, center. One more set. And up, and down. Now, legs start wide this time. Point the toe, lock the knees. We're going to be lifting both wide, then in, out, and down. So you're trying to get the thigh up off the floor. That's how high you want to lift. Up, in, out, down. Now with the variation of starting narrow versus starting wide, works those hip muscles, all the stabilizers in the hips, just slightly different between exercises. Woo! 3, 2, get them up there. And down. All right, bring your legs back in. We're going to come back up to a plank position because we have to get to our hands and knees again and do the other side. Hands tucked into your rib cage. We're going to raise up into a plank. Hips are down, belly button pulled in. Now you can alternate your knee dips again or both. Your body stays put, just your knees are dropping. Woo! Pull up on that navel. 4, 3, 2, last one, and into your hands and knees. Now I'm going to turn around so that my working leg is facing you. Find that neutral again, that centered position. Alright, we'll be doing those leg circles. So, it's a lot of control here. We don't want to let the leg drop, and we don't want to let the spine arch or turn to one side or the other. So, lengthen the leg, point the toe, keep it lifted, and circle. Now, while that leg is in motion, it makes it hard to stay neutral and centered. Press evenly into each hand. Lock those elbows. Reach out through the toes. And try the other way. So a lot of these exercises are training the abdominal and core muscles to work together to stabilize the body. We're working a lot on the stabilizers in the shoulders and in the hips. And bring it in, let it rest a moment. So this is different than doing 1,000 crunches to get that six-pack. We're working on exercises that combine muscle groups, combine the body together to make your overall movements more stable. All right, flex that ankle. You're going to lift toward the ceiling. Come across, leg only, up and down. So don't let the body go with it. Hop, working different parts of that hip. We've got the big glute, the maximus involved when you lift. But then when you come across your center line, you've got some of the middle gluteus, the medius, and some of the smallest in that hip, one of the stabilizers, the minimus. Once again, keep those elbows locked. Press evenly into each hand. Woo! Push. Cross. 2 more. Up. Cross. Up. 1 more. Now, in your hands and knees position, we're going to just do a little cat-cow stretch. We're going to drop the belly button toward the floor, lift the tailbone. Now, if your neck is okay with it, you may lift the chin as well. Really get those abdominals to stretch. And then we're going to go the other way. So start lifting the navel toward the spine, tuck the tailbone under, and tuck the chin. Now from a neutral, flat back, let's put a fingertip lightly on the back of the head again and lift the elbow toward the sky. Get that rotation again. This time it's a stretch. Come on back. Switch hands. Lift. Look under that wing. Back down. You're going to tuck those toes under. Move the hands out just a little bit. And lift the hips, lower the head. Into that downward facing dog again. Come into your plank. And then inchworm back in. Trying to keep the legs straight so you can get a nice stretch in the back of your legs. Slowly roll up. And then just take a step forward. You're on your back toes. Trying to get our balance here. Let's drop that back knee. Lift the arms. We're stretching in the front of that hip. Lengthening through the fingertips. Lengthen the spine. And step in. Let's do the other leg. Dropping that back knee, lifting up and pulling back. And stepping in. Let's open out. So there's a quick core. Working on those stabilizers. Getting the body to, all the muscles in the body to react. To hold you in good posture, make you stable throughout the day. We'll see you again.